Well, that was downright frightening, wasn't it? In this lab, you will complete a closed polygon traverse. This method is used to set control points at survey sites. You will set up over 3 control points. One will be a known benchmark monument, and the other 2 points will be monuments with unknown coordinates. These are the monuments with the known coordinates. The benchmarks that you use will depend on what group number your TA assigns you to. First, you will set up on one known benchmark and cite another known benchmark to obtain an azimuth. You will eventually set up the total station on 2 other points and then come back to the first point to close the polygon. The first point to set up on will be referred to as point A in this video. The second point to set up on will be point B, the third is point C, and the backside is referred to as the azimuth marker. 4 distances will need to be measured. These include the distances from A to the azimuth marker, A to B, B to C, and from C to A. 4 horizontal angles will also need to be measured. The first angle is between the azimuth marker and point B, measured from point A. So first, set up the total station on point A, cite your rod person at the azimuth marker, and set the horizontal angle to 0. Then turn to your rod person at point B to measure the angle. For the next 3 setups, you will start the angle measurement by first citing the rod person at the previous point, setting the horizontal angle to 0, and then turn to the next point to measure the angle. So when you move the total station to the second point at B, first cite point A, set the angle to 0, and then turn the station to point C to measure the angle ABC. Likewise, when you move to point C, first cite point B, set the angle to 0, and then turn to point A to measure the angle BCA. For the final setup, you'll go to point A again, first cite point C, set the angle to 0, and then turn clockwise to the azimuth marker to measure the final angle. Every time you take an angle measurement, you'll need to set the horizontal angle to 0 before turning the total station. Just press the button labeled A and G to go to the angle options screen. Select the first option to set the angle reading to 0. Also, when you measure the horizontal and vertical angles, you'll be taking an additional angle measurement called the reverse angle. This is the actual angle plus an additional 180 degrees, so you can subtract 180 from this and then average the 2 angles to get a better measurement. To do this, unlock the horizontal and vertical rotation locking mechanisms, then horizontally and vertically rotate the total station 180 degrees, and then take an angle measurement. They should be 180 degrees greater than the previous reading. Once you have obtained all the necessary measurements, you are finished with the lab. You may now go do the angle dance. You also may want to see a psychiatrist or a hypnotist to try to remove the memory of the angle dance.